In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can get 13 fusion cores pretty easily in Fallout 4. So I'm not going to lie, there's way too many fusion cores for me to actually go into detail about, so I'm going to be showing you 10 spots that are top left of the map closer to Sanctuary. Now like I said before, from these 10 spots you'll get 13 fusion cores. I have plotted this out in a kind of loop so that you can follow along with me. So let's get into it. There's a good chance you already knew about this spot, but it is quite secluded and I did miss it on my first few runs. So you want to head to the Red Rocket, this near Sanctuary, and go a tiny bit south by southwest. Here we'll find a hole in the floor which is actually a mole rat den. So of course go on inside, and then to clear the mole rats quickly you can do as I did here and just shoot this gas tank at the back of the cave. After clearing them out, go in a tiny bit, make a hard right, and you'll see your first fusion core on the floor in front of you. So for this next location we're going to be heading a tiny bit northeast over to the Robotics disposal ground, and here we'll actually get 3 fusion cores. Once you arrive, you'll see this disarmed sentry sat out by these rusted cars. Make your way over to him and you'll find this green crate sat on the floor. And there you have another fusion core. Make your way up this hill over to this building you can see. Now for some strange reason this door is still glitched. I remember it was glitched 8 years ago and it still is, so yeah, great. You'll find a few items in here such as circuitry and a hot rodders magazine. The main thing you want to do in here though is actually go onto this terminal and activate the sentry bot. Once we do this, you'll see him spring to life, and it's almost kind of sad about what we have to do next. Now on that same terminal, you should be given an option to self-destruct the sentry, but for some reason that wasn't working for me, so you do have the option to eject it from there and do it in your own Pip-Boy. So after contemplating about whether you're a terrible person or not, you can go over to his body and you'll see that he has 2 fusion cores on him. So our next spot is also not far at all, heading just east over to the USAF satellite station. Now this one isn't quite as easy because instead of mole rats this time we've got raiders, but there's not a big difference in that category, so you should be able to make light work of them. So you want to make your way in through this blue door where you're going to be forced to assault even more dogs and fight even more raiders. After dealing with them, make your way through this door, you'll see the fusion generator, and of course there is your next fusion core. For this next spot we're going to be heading a little further south by southeast over towards the Covenant sewers. If you haven't already completed the mission at Covenant, then you probably want to go do that first. That already takes you in here and you have to fight a bunch of people, so you might as well do one while you're doing the other. Now obviously if this is your first time being here, there's going to be a whole quest that you have to complete, but if it's not, then you just have to come down these stairs into this main room, and here will be the next fusion core. After you've either got the fusion core or finished the quest, you want to leave the way you came back in and head out a tiny bit west over to the Mystic Pines. This fusion core does actually require you to be able to pick advanced locks, so if you can't do that then skip to the next timestamp in the video. Once you get inside, don't forget the magazine that's straight on your left. After this, make your way down to the back of this building where you'll find a locked door. Once you've got through this, it's pretty simple. You just go down the stairs and you'll see the fusion generator, and here is your next fusion core. This is definitely one of the harder ones on the list, so make sure you bring some ammo. We're going to be making our way southwest towards the super duper mart. You should find these white doors out front and you want to make your way inside and make sure you've got your cheeks clenched because you are about to get pushed by like 30 ghouls. I don't know what the hell was going on in here. I just wanted a fusion core. Leave me alone. Once you finish with your COD Zombies experience, you can go back through these double doors. You'll see the fusion generator out through this hole. So you can actually get to the generator by going right or left, it doesn't really matter, but once you are there of course is your next fusion core. So for the next spot we're going to be heading up slightly north, up towards the Starlight drive-in. Now you might have already found this one, but it is along the way, so it's worth checking. It's another one that's kind of secluded and sort of easy to miss. Once you're actually at Starlight Drive-In, make your way to the back of the big screen and you'll find this locked door. It's only a novice lock, so everybody can pick it. Take a sharp left and then on this shelf in front of you, you'll see another fusion core. Lovely. And our next spot is further southwest over at ArcJet Systems. This is another one where you do come here in a quest line. If you help Paladin dance, you will end up here. I'm not going to give too much away on that, but if you haven't done it yet, then you might want to wait till then. If you haven't done this already, you come to the room at the bottom of the rocket where the junk jet is, go through this door and you'll find a fusion generator, of course harbouring another fusion core. The next one's going to be just west of here, which is the federal ration stockpile. Now this one's also one of the harder ones. I mean, it's not too bad. I did die a couple times doing this in survival. One of them does run about in power armor and there is a good few dogs. Just keep your distance and then it's really an easy fight, and make sure you take out the turrets on the roof before you go running in there. But of course you know why we're here and you know what we came for. That's right, I finished off your whole bloodline because I needed another fusion core. And our last spot is a small power station you'll find just north of here, a small bit off the road. Once you get there, you'll see there's not much going on and you'll find the fusion generator around the back of this building. But watch your feet because there's like 3 landmines that are just scattered about in the leaves. As you can see, this is one that I'd already found previously. So that's it. That's 13 fusion cores in Fallout 4. I hope you enjoyed this video or it helped you in some way. Subscribe for more. Goodbye.